I know you're not on yet.
I just turned on. All right,
You're not recording.
I just started recording.
Okay, well, yours is different than his because his has a little light there that comes on like when you're charging.
Oh, no, this is Ninja. We don't like to let people know sometimes. All right, what's your name, sir?
T-Bone.
T-Bone. Where are you from?
Good old city of Pittsburgh.
City of Champions.
City of Champions.
Okay.
Steel City.
All right, let's tell you a little bit. Let's talk a little about why you're occupying here today.
Well, I'm occupying for several reasons. One, BNY Mellon stole $400 from me. Two, their CEO that was laid off back in, well, he was asked to resign back in August, was paid $387 million to walk out the door and never walk the fuck back in.
I never even knew their CEO was resigned. How recently was this?
August.
Okay, keep going.
All the bad money that's floating around in politics, and the Delaware loophole, and for the fact I want a better country for my son to grow up in.
All right, let me just walk through these one at a time, because first, if you want to tell me a little bit more about the $400. Now, this was back when it was Mellon Bank, right?
But BNY Mellon, when BNY bought Mellon, they took over. They took over the debt. They took over the debt.
All right, you want to mention that a little bit, how that went down?
What it was I had my paycheck was set to direct deposit. It was deposited. I went to go spend the money. They said the money was available. Then the next day they said, oh, funds were not available at the time of your transactions. And they tried to charge me bounce check fees and all that in the amount of $400. So I said, fuck you.
But you actually had called them and you said you got the statement that said that money was in your account, right?
Yeah.
What did you do with the statement?
I have it at home in my safe.
Okay. Did you call them and say, well, what's the problem? You said I had this money?
They gave me no. This the first person I spoke to said, oh, you got to speak with this person. Who told me, no, you got to speak with that person. Who told me I got to speak with this person, who reverted me back to the first person I spoke with. So it was just a little circle.
All right.
They figured eventually I'd get too pissed off and I'd just say, fuck it, give up and pay them their money.
But instead you stick to this.
Stick it to the man.
All right. So the second one, you talked about the CEO. Do you have any idea why he was asked? You said he was asked to... Yeah.
I have no clue why. I just know he was paid that much money to leave.
387
million.
Geez. We have some. Moving right along. What was the third reason again?
The Delaware loophole.
Tell me about the Delaware loophole.
Okay. I'll use the best example I got.
All right.
Okay. You got Toys R Us. They set up a sub-company, Jeffrey Inc., based out of Delaware. All the money Toys R Us makes, they funnel through Jeffrey Inc., and because Jeffrey Inc. is in Delaware, they can make $500 billion a year and pay nothing in taxes. Where if you were to make, say, $10,000, you'd probably pay $2,000 on that in taxes every year.
Right. Well, why is it important that some people pay these taxes? Why isn't it good that
It's important that everyone pays their fair share of taxes, because if everyone paid their fair share based on how much they brought in, each individual person would probably only be paying about $250 a year in taxes instead of $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, whatever the number may be. Everyone would be paying a lot less, but yet the government would be making a shitload more. Okay.
Now, do we know how to fix the Delaware loophole? Is that just a Pennsylvania thing?
No, it's a nationwide loophole.
Yeah. Well, how do you take care of that?
I do not know how initially you'd go about fixing it, but basically, you gotta enact some type of law where whether or not you funnel the money through a company in Delaware, you made this much money, you pay X amount in taxes.
Okay. All right, and you said something about a better world for your kids.
A better country for my son to grow up in.
Okay.
Right now, he's only 8 years old. By the time he reaches retirement age, every couple of years, the government keeps pushing retirement age up. By the time he reaches the age to retire, by the time he's old enough to retire, he's going to be 90 years old by then. I do not want that. I want him just like right now you would be able to.
Okay.
I would like it to still be 65. If he wants to retire, he can retire. If he wants to keep working, he can keep working. And the national debt won't be so outrageous that 3/4 of his check that he makes every week or every other week goes towards paying, which, even though he helps pay towards it, the number's going down, not staying the same or going up.
So you want to fix Social Security by just paying for it? Like, don't change it, just pay for it.
Yeah, everyone pay their fair share.
Okay, all
what
right.
I'd like to see with Social Security, now that you mention it, is like, you pay into it like you are now, but using your Social, I'd like them to use your Social Security number, like the bank uses routing numbers in your account number.
Yeah.
You pay $350 this month. Okay, so you got $350 in your account. Next month you pay $600, so you got $950 in your
but let's
account.
say you haven't been. But let's say you haven't been earning much of your life. Like, you've been unemployed, or you were, let's say you were, raising your kid most of your life, and then you need to pick up work. Does that mean you get less money for your retirement?
Basically, what it should be is you get out of it what you put in it.
All right.
And like every year when you do your taxes, per kid, they give you a $2,500 tax credit. Say a portion of that, like 20 or 30%, automatically gets taken off of that and goes into your Social Security account. So when you do retire, if you haven't been working much because you were, say, either a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home father, you got that money for the, say, 10, 12 years you were stay-at-home, just raised the kids. You were still putting money every year into it.
Okay. Well, that sounds like personalized savings accounts. How about healthcare? Do you have any thoughts on, should government be in that out there? What?
What I feel it should be like up in Canada. Universal health coverage.
Okay. So you really need people to pay their fair share if that's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got about 2.5 minutes left before I run out of time. The YouTube tells me I run out of time. Or rather, the software does. What kind of things... how have you seen this camp? What kind of things have you learned since you've been here?
Oh, I've learned a lot more about the government than I already knew. How much more corrupt they are than I thought they were. And just... when you get a bunch of people who's never met, who, if I would have walked past you going down the street, I wouldn't have probably said nothing to you.
Yeah, I'd have kept moving.
I'd have probably just kept walking, but since being here with people like you, once this is over, if I see you on the street, I'm going to stop, say hi. How have you been? What the hell's been up lately?
And how many people like that are here? Like 30, 40?
Probably about, there's roughly 35 to 40 regular campers. Then we have a few that are a couple days a week, and then we just have our supporters that come down here and there when they can.
Where do you think this is going? What do you think is going to happen? Long-term or short-term?
Long-term, hopefully social reform and change in the government and the way things are run. Short-term, I have no clue. And with that, I bid you all a fond farewell.
All right, thanks a lot, T-Bone. Thanks for joining the Pittsburgh Comet.